Hello, my name's Julie Williams. I'm a registered migration agent with Migration Downunder, and I thought I'd give you a recap and an update with everything happening with visas and immigration here in Australia, as there's been a lot of announcements over the last couple of months, and with the federal election looming at the end of May, we thought we'd give you a bit of an update as how that election will affect you and what you should be looking at and planning if you've got a future immigration pathway or plan in mind. Pre-1 July and also post-1 July, and I guess pre-election, post-election. So at the moment, business is as usual. There have been no changes with regards to what the current financial year is doing, which is ending at the end of June 2022. With regards to partners, they are still prioritising partner and family migration as part of the announcements from last year when the pandemic was still in full force. So if you're considering a partner visa, I would strongly urge you to look at lodging that sooner rather than later to try and capitalise on the priority processing, because they certainly haven't, what I can see, reached their numbers for this financial year. So you might be in luck and get it done quite quickly if you act now. In regards to skilled migration, we're seeing a lot of changes with regards to that. The 190 state-sponsored visas, the 189 independent skilled visas that have been on hold for quite some time due to the pandemic. We've been seeing a lot of grant notifications and approvals, which is fantastic news because Australia is certainly in need of skilled workers. And with that in mind, with the new financial year, we are going to look at a return to a majority of the migration program filled with skilled migration places. How will that change if there's a new government in place? We're not quite certain at this stage, but we can see that skilled migration is still going to be a focus, no matter who is in government from 1 July, because there's a definite need. So employer-sponsored, there's still a big emphasis. Global talent, there's a huge emphasis on that, as well as the sponsored and the independent sponsored. So good news for skilled workers, especially those of you who are overseas. There's going to continue to be opportunities for you to be able to gain your residency, whether that be temporary or permanent, in the coming months and over the next year. So don't delay. You want to be ahead of the queue. If you've got the ability to put a skills assessment in, then I'd be looking at doing that now. There's also been big announcements for working holiday makers and work and holiday makers. There's a couple of different differences. There's a subclass 417 and there's a subclass 462. Now the 462 work and holiday has always been capped, and dependent on the country that you're coming from is dependent on the numbers available for that financial year. The good news is the caps have been lifted by 30% for the next financial year across the board for all 462 work and holiday visa applicants. From the 1st of July, we see Mongolia as well as Brazil being added to that list of work and holiday visas, which is wonderful, welcome news. And with the Danish and Italian 417 working holiday visa holders, their age is increasing from the 1 July from 30 to 35 years of age. So that's also terrific. So they join Canada, France and Ireland, all having an increased age limit up to 35 for the working holiday. There continues to be changes. There's not going to be any further real announcements now until a new government has been decided post 21 May. We'll update you and see what changes or what migration looks with the new government or the current government, or however it may be post 21 May. If you'd like to get in contact with us, please do so through the usual channels, keeping update through our social media channels, whether that be LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or keeping in contact through our website. We'll continue to keep you updated.